Hey guys, I'm FatBuddyCat, and this is a wicked little mini bike. Alright, we have a mini bike, and thanks to the Saving 196 Foundation, we have an engine. What we don't have is a place to keep our liquid gold. Today, we're going to install a 3x8 spun aluminum gas tank. There's not a whole lot of options on this little frame. If we put it behind the seat, see if we can get it to balance. It doesn't look terrible. However, my butt cheeks go right there. And this tank isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. The seat, it's actually not that bad. We can't put it this way because we're going to interfere with the handlebars. What we can do is mount it this way, which is a little more difficult. If it were this way, heck, we could take a couple straps and wrap right around there. Petcock on the bottom, good to go. So, wouldn't it be nice if we could do the same thing in this direction? Here's what I came up with. It's going to be easiest to just install this tank and explain it as I go. This one is going to go on the bottom. This goes in the middle. Eventually, this will go on top. But right now, our only concern is these two pieces and these two ring clamps. I'm just feeding the ring clamps through the metal plate and through the rubber with the slits on it. I'll do that with the other one, and then we'll get it over to the frame. I'm going to keep the rear of the plate 1/4 to 1/2 inch off the face of the seat. Notice the placement of the bolts. That's so that we can bring these down and work them from the side. I'm trying to make this as simple as we can. I'm going to bring the ends together and start doing what they do. And what they do very well. That is clamping. Just these two. Basically one finger. We can lift up the entire mini bike. Safe to say, that's going to support a 3x8 spun aluminum gas tank. We're left with these overhanging tabs that could be a nuisance. I'm going to snip them back. So, if I had to do it again, if I took this off, I would just replace these to make it easy on myself. All I'm doing here is cutting my clamps so that there's about a 1/2 inch tail hanging off. I'm then using my needle nose and a pair of regular pliers to loop the end over and then squish it together. That will keep this from pulling apart if it ever loosened. It also gets rid of that sharp edge from just hanging out underneath there. You could use a Dremel and a cutoff wheel and do it real close, but remember, simple. We do the same thing over here. We now have a nice flat surface to mount our tank on. However, it's made of aluminum and this is steel. They're going to vibrate and make noise if they contact each other. We're going to use another piece of rubber that's going to sit flush over the top, and we'll then place our tank over that. We can mount this with our filler cap to the left or to the right. That's because the outlet is right in the middle. I think I'm going to go with the left. The hole that's in the rubber is slightly smaller than this protruded aluminum section where the brass barb goes in. That's okay. This stretches. Since we know the tank is going to go that way and the rubber goes this way, we can now place it over the bottom and press it up against the tank, just like that. This is now going to sit on top of our mount. Now we take these bigger ring clamps and we're going to use those to attach our tank to the mount. I have mine so that I can get to everything from the front. Once these clamps are tight, we're going to be up against another one of these situations. Instead of cutting this one short and folding it over, we're just going to add a couple zip ties, tucked nice and neat down below. That way we can take this off and put it back on using the same clampage. Up above the mini bike, you can see that we're nicely centered. We have a nice reveal on each side of the seat. It looks nice on the frame. When you sit on it and your feet go up on those pegs, you're a couple inches away. Both sides are like that. When you're riding it, you could grab it with your knees like this. You know it's there, and it's not falling off anytime soon. I like it. In the next video, we're going to take a slightly clever approach at installing our engine in this wicked little mini bike. Because as always, it's a work in progress. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.
I want you to smile.